So Kirk Cousins is easy to rip on. You could say that he's a dorky, out of touch, overpaid, overrated, garbage time stat stuffing quarterback who's never won himself a big game, minus that wild card win. We've said that all before, right? But lost in the 43-34 last second win by the Packers on Sunday was that Kirk Cousins played pretty damn well. And he did get overshadowed by the octogenarian Aaron Rodgers just having one last beautiful day in the sun. And it really is like, all right, so say you're losing a very elderly grandparent to Alzheimer's, and they just have this one great day where they remember your name. You know, they call you Katie, even though your name's actually Mike, but whatever. But they have one really good day. And it's great. That was that for Aaron Rodgers. That's what it was. So Rodgers, with no crowd, against rookie cornerbacks, against zero pass rush when you take the best edge rusher in the NFL off the field. Also, it's week 1 before his body was destroyed by age and arthritis. Congrats. Golf clap. Now, I'm going to go on a limb, pretty thick limb, and say that this was his best quarterback rating, QBR, DVOA, and PFF graded game of the season. I think now it'll be like, but Kirk yesterday, respect. 19-25 for 259, 10.4 yards per attempt, 2 touchdowns, and a pick. A Robusto 118.6 quarterback rating. Now, QBR was only 59.4. It's a little bit low because a lot of his stats were accumulated in non-high leverage situations, which is less than ideal, but it is below his 2019 rating of 61.7, when, frankly, I think he had the best season of his career. So now, again, I am not a Kirk Cousins apologist. I'm not a Cousins bootlicker, or sorry, socks and sandals licker. Yeah, I do not worship at the altar of the Tim Pot Pizza Ranch dictator. If you've been watching the channel for long enough, we do call it balls and strikes with Cousins. Maybe kind of a wide strike zone, but you know what I mean. And yes, a lot of his stats were in garbage time. But also respect. The limited amount of time he was actually allowed to play in the first half, he was very good. The 2 Thielen touchdown throws were dimes. The Rudy throw before halftime took huevos, full-on big-time intestinal fortitude. And Kirk was actually moving very good in the pocket. And it's crazy because pocket awareness is generally something that you don't magically develop. And, with no OTAs, limited training camp, no preseason, was it something in the water down in Florida when he was quarantine training with his parents? Was that it? Well, I want to see a Rocky montage of Cousins training and just dodging broomsticks and whatnot, and all of a sudden developing a feel for the pocket. Because yes, he was sacked twice on Sunday, but a lot of the pressures that were racked up against the Vikings offensive line, they probably would have been sacks in 2018, 2019. So Cousins operating a little bit better. I think you do have to give credit to Kubiak to a degree about letting him be comfortable. What worked last year in the Kupansky offense, and then rolling with that, paring down what didn't work, paring down what he wasn't comfortable with. But again, the problem with Kirk in the first half is that he never saw the field. I mean, the first drive, 8 plays, 75 yards for a touchdown. Dalvin punches it in. Those first 2 throws to Thielen on that drive were absolute money. And it's just like, all right, here we go. And then bad play calling down on the goal line, long developing play action play where Cousins gets hit for a safety, and then basically didn't see the field for the rest of the half. And yes, the interception was lazy. That was less than ideal. The miss on 4th down was big when they were running verts. Thielen said they had quarters coverage, and he was open, singled up on the other side of the field. Cousins decided to go 35 yards downtown to Tajay Sharp. Didn't quite work out, less than ideal. But, I mean, it is promising. And for all of the faults yesterday of the Vikings, lack of a pass rush, a lack of cornerbacks being able to cover, and a lot of it, actually none of it, had to do with Kirk Cousins. I mean, the Vikings, frankly, will be fine once the defense gets its ish together. And that's all on Mike Zimmer. Like, he is this defensive genius. He's done great things with the defense over the years. There is a lot of personnel turnover. There is a ton of young talent on this team, and you do believe in them long term, but you have to get to the long term. And frankly, this season, you don't have a lot of damn time to get to the long term. So a lot of these guys are going to have to grow up very quickly. But the offense, I think you're okay, because Dalvin looked good. Madison looked good. The offensive line, a little bit shaky at times, but still serviceable, greatly benefited by Kenny Clark going out. And Kirk is fine. Kirk looked damn good. And so, again, quarterback is the most important position in team sports. The defense will be whatever. It'll get its house in order. It'll be fine. But if Kirk is being a nail driver this year, the Vikings will have a shot. And again, don't let one game, 1 week, yes, against the Greasy, Grimy Green Bay Packers at home sucks, but don't let that ruin the season. Like, don't be crying in the breast milk, because this season, it's a lot of season to go. And if only number 8 is dialed in, it could be a pretty fun one. All right, so your thoughts. Kirk Cousins ain't to blame this time around. Let us know in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support that work? Pull us on the Venmo. But until next time, Skull Production Value.